Hey all, and welcome back to the HFC playthrough of Pokémon Scarlet. Main game's done, so it is time to start the post-game. Not much to do here, we've got some legendaries to catch, some classes to finish, graduation ceremonies to attend, and we also have a tournament to, well, beat. I'm not going to beat about the bush here. We are going to slaughter the competition, but first things first.
Yeah, we've got 4 legendaries, the Shrines of Ruin. They're Treasures of Ruin, I think they're called. They're in shrines.
I mean, they could be Shrines of Ruin. It's just a brand,
But they're sort of enshrined in the things that are ruined. I don't know.
So the thing you have to do to unlock these legendaries is there are certain, stakes, S-T-A-K-E-S, not the meat kind, dotted around the map. Oh, well, each quadrant. And you have to get all of those, and then it basically unlocks their lair. Now, I have done all but one of these for each of the 4 legendaries, so it's going to be easy for us to just go around, get the last one, and then go and battle the thing proper.
We definitely wanted to show off the shrine itself unlocking, just because there's a neat little text box, and it's kind of a whole thing. If you happen to go advance the social link thing, whatever, with, I want to say it's Ryfort, one of the teachers at the academy, she will actually tell you about the stakes and the ruined legendaries.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. She will basically tell you what you need to do. Here is the last one. Good looking out, Spur.
It's tough to tell you where to mark it on the map with your Joy-Con drift and whatnot, but hey, once you get here, it's easy to find because they're glowing.
There is an ominous black stake driven into the ground. Will you pull out the stake? Yes.
Well, I am a bit hungry.
When you pulled out the stake, it crumbled and vanished. You heard a mysterious cry coming from the shrine.
And Koraidon points you in the direction of where the shrine is, but that's not really super helpful. It's basically directly to the north from the lake itself.
Okay.
From the middle of the lake, specifically.
I see. I think I know what you're talking about. I passed it in my travels.
See, I never did, so finding this one took me a minute. I didn't really explore the lower level of the area that we're heading to, Slowpoke.
Yeah, speaking of slow, I did not even register them until it was too late.
That's probably half the game's fault because of the draw distance and everything.
Oh, shush. Always making excuses for Slow Tom 64.
Hey, Slow Spar 64 is also a thing.
You're not. That's my number. Don't take my number.
Alright, I'll be Slow Spar 69 then.
Alright, you get the silly number.
I guess mine would just be 314, because that is the number I use for everything.
It is. Now, what's cool about this area up here, I guess the extreme northwest of Paldea, is there's quite a few evolved Pokemon that you can't really find elsewhere, or if you can, they're pretty rare. I'm talking about, Toadskrull, stuff like that.
Yeah, we saw Slowbro and Altaria back there, which, I mean, those are in other places, but this is kind of, one of the few spots where they are plentiful, I would say. Much like how the Ice Mountain has a lot of the fully evolved ice Pokemon.
Indeedy so.
So I think we want to start heading east from here.
Okay.
I hate whenever I see a Fortress because it's so reflective, it makes me think it's a shiny.
Why did they not make them sparkle? I know I brought it up before, but that's so anti-quality of life, I do not understand it.
Yeah, for sure. If you can bring up the big map again, I can tell you which direction to head in from here, once we run away from Toad School.
Oh! No reaction will ever beat KZ's reaction to first seeing this thing.
I think I saw that clip, yeah.
Oh, it's just a Fortress chilling on a tree.
Yeah, if you sprint with Koraidon and ram into the tree, it will knock it down.
Nice.
You can find quite a number of Pokemon that way. I had to find Pineco that way, and then come to find out in the DLC, they're just kind of out in the open. Turn left here, that's the shrine.
Well, how about that shit?
Definitely change your first Pokemon, because it's a ground type.
I know, but I want to use Thunder. Oh, it can't work because it's... Yeah.
I don't know if Thunder Wave works, because I was able to use Hypnosis on them, which is a Psychic type move.
Fair enough.
So I don't actually know if Thunder Wave works or not.
A faint sound is coming from within the shrine. Will you touch the shrine? Yes.
Oh, we didn't think about using the sandwiches either. Oh well, we can make it after.
Indeed. Rumble, rumble, rumble. Me getting ready for Sonic Rumble's PC release. Oh no. Oh,
Yeah, they're a little weird looking. The thing that's actually holding the consciousness of the Pokemon is the relic itself, the ruined treasure. The rest of it is just kind of what formed around it from whatever bad emotions ended up creating the legendary itself.
Oh, that's kind of lit, actually. Go, Quick Ball!
Alright, let's see if it works. Nope.
I have gotten lucky with Quick Balls on legendaries before. Not here, though. Alright. Please don't crit.
Please don't crit. Okay, false swipe from here. That's unfortunate.
You think I care about that?
Oh, that's probably going to take, yep, Wormsicle out.
Ooh, funky legendary theme.
This guy having Rock Slide is problematic for Wormsicle, sadly. Knockoff will be the lowest damage.
There we go, now we're in the red.
I think once you're in the red, it doesn't matter if you get it down to 1 HP, or at least that's how it was in some earlier games.
Alright.
Your best option here, I guess, is just an Ultra Ball.
Yeah, I guess so. I haven't got very many though, so I'll have to ration them. No, I refuse to be caught.
Unfortunately, because this thing is ground type, it can't be hit by Thunder Wave, and we don't have anything to put it to sleep.
Nope. Tell me a little bit about Tinglu, as I attempt to capture it, mate.
Well, Tinglu is one of the 4 Treasures of Ruin, the legendary Pokemon for this game, which are based on Chinese treasures and Chinese legends, which is weird for the Spanish-inspired region. I don't really get that. Maybe it's leading towards Chinese-inspired region in a future game. Who knows?
Maybe so. I think the lore is that they came from another region and they had to be locked away.
Yeah, they were treasures that were brought here, and they were given to the king of Paldea, who was a very greedy person, and his greed and malice ended up infecting the treasures with the bad emotions, and they were basically unleashed on all of Paldea, and the king had to recruit trainers in order to defeat and seal them.
Neat. I want a DLC about that.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. Like, the DLC that we got is pretty interesting. My opinions on the DLC definitely improved from how it was originally.
Let's try a timer ball. Well, so much for that.
These 4 Pokemon, the Treasures of Ruin, are the only Pokemon, according to Bulbapedia that I'm looking at, that have had their base stats adjusted in a patch after the game had been released.
Wow.
All of their base stat totals were reduced by a total of 10 points. I think what it ended up being is that their attack stats were reduced by 10 because they were just too strong.
Jesus, no wonder they were friggin' locked away. Please stay in the ball.
According to Bulbapedia, Tinglu was actually the only one to have one of its base stats increased, but overall its base stat total did decrease by 10 despite that. There's a lot going on with this guy, and they all have this signature move, Ruination, which reduces your your remaining HP by half, which is very similar to the attack that the Guardians in Alola had, from what I read. They had a move that did the exact same thing.
Possible relation or just coincidence? You be the judge.
I don't know. It really depends on how you think about it, I guess.
Please stay in the goddamn ball. It's okay. It's a legendary. This is to be expected.
In case you're curious, Lu seems to be the Chinese word for deer, which would explain its design.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, please just keep using that move, because it seems to miss half the time. Good.
Might have to start breaking into the revive soon.
Yes, indeed you do, because I think a lot of our Pokemon are weak to dark. Oh, goody gumdrops. Get in the fucking ball!
The one that is not weak to dark or ground is weak to rock slide, which is Wormsicle. Speaking of rock slide,
Level ball, low ball, fast ball, luxury ball. What do I have to lose?
sometimes I feel like if you change Pokeballs, the game just kind of doesn't know what to do and gives you the capture. Which is not a real thing at all, but it just feels that way sometimes. Now, one of these 4 Treasures of Ruin, I would almost recommend using the Master Ball on. Hey, there we go. Because one of them has a healing move, and it is very, very annoying.
The fear poured into an ancient ritual vessel has clad itself in rocks and dirt to become a Pokémon. Dark and ground. Nope, you can just go in the box. Now I'm going to have to put stakes in the Pokédex so it doesn't get out of there.
Alright, which one are we going after next?
The one in the southwest, I feel, this time, Spur.
Okay, I believe that is... Looks like Chien Pao, so... We're going to be heading towards... just about where your marker is right now, actually.
Wow, really?
Think so, yeah.
So just plop it there?
Yeah, that's actually pretty close to it. You ended up really close to it.
Wow. Talk about luck of the Ansub. Alright, so 1 down, 3 to go.
That sandwich buff does last for 30 minutes, so hopefully we can get all 4 of them done in that time and not have to make another one.
Oh, Spa. You and your hope, your optimism.
I gotta have optimism for something, Tom.
I guess so.
That was more depressing than I meant it to sound.
Thank you, Nurse Eljoy. I was savaged by a legendary. Oh, that's a wall.
It's probably one of my favorite towns in this game, just because of the murals.
All the towns in the game just kind of blend together for me, because I just run through them for the most part.
Yeah, there's not a lot to them, I'm gonna be honest, aside from just decoration, which I guess is true for most games, but for whatever reason they seem less in this game than in most of the others. I guess that's what comes from having the full open 3D world.
Yo.
I've never seen Dawn Fan rolling like that. That's actually kind of interesting.
Well, that is what they do all the time.
I suppose, yeah. Man, when Dawn Fan busted out in the first movie, I think everyone kind of freaked out.
Indeed. And ever since, he has been a treasured favourite of mine.
The stake is actually a little bit to the north of where your marker was at, but it was close enough that I didn't want to try to tell you to adjust it with the drift and everything.
I see it. Man, we kind of framed that perfectly.
Let's see if I can find the shrine. Oh, the shrine is far to the northwest of here, unfortunately. You picked the furthest one away.
Huzzah! Q. You're about to call me a cook? I don't appreciate that, bro. Also, it don't really make sense.
Based on this thing's typing, I would have figured this one would be on Glaciado Mountain, considering this one is ice type. Kind of weird.
I have no time for you, Meryl. Get out of here. Also, aren't you part fairy now? You could have destroyed Baxcalibur.
I don't know about that. There's like a 60 level difference there.
I'm going to climb all the way up and glide over there.
It's just to the west of where Bombardier was, the Titan Bombardier.
Oh, I remember that.
So actually pretty easy to find.
That's much further than I was anticipating.
It's very far to the northwest. Again, you picked basically the furthest one away. You're also climbing all of this mountain right now.
Very good. Let's look at the map.
You should have a fly point close to there. There's a Pokemon Center, yeah, just in a couple spots there. Just about where that fairy raid is, actually.
That actually kind of narrows it down. So I'm going north now.
A little bit to the northwest, yes. I think this is one of my favorite field themes in the game. It doesn't fit anything, I think.
I mean, like, there's cowgirls everywhere, but...
Yeah, I guess this is like the most country part of the game.
Okay, that's the normal one. There should be another one around here.
Yep, just a little further up, I think we could see the fairy raid. These are the caves that go through the mountain. That's not quite what we're looking for.
One of the stakes in there was actually kind of hard to find.
Yeah, I had trouble finding a couple of them too, because the map that we were using online is not the best. There's the fairy raid, which I think is maybe actually directly in front of the door. I can see it on your mini-map.
Let's have a look. Oh, hello.
Right there.
Alright, well, let's go ahead and save again.
You should be able to throw out Barrier with Underwave this time.
Ah, very good.
Props for actually using the button that puts them in front automatically for once.
Will you touch the shrine? I will. Sorry, Koraidon, this is a me thing. Rattle, rattle, rumble, rumble, rumble.
This thing's shiny, by the way, is all black instead of all white.
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
It looks badass.
That's really cool. I guess it's shiny locked.
No, these things can be shiny, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. How about that?
We also forgot to switch Barry back into the first spot, but that's okay.
We? Ha 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 ha. We?
Well, I didn't mention it to you.
Well, whatever. Joke's on you, I'm already part ice.
On the other hand...
Not today.
that would have only done like 8 damage anyway.
And now we use False Swipe.
Yeah, we sure do, because that's in crit range.
Never mind. I'm so sorry, Baxcalibur. But you're just a pseudo-legendary. These are actual legendaries.
Yeah, this is true.
Barry the Second.
Muddy Water might be too strong at this health level, though. Actually, don't know what you should hit this thing with now. I guess Senna's knockoff would be good, Because all these guys are dark type, so they're not going to take much damage from dark moves.
That's true. Yeah, let's play it safe.
I think it's nighttime, so you might be able to use Dusk Balls now.
Jesus.
It takes half of your remaining health.
So it's kind of like a legendary super fang in that regard.
Maybe one more knockoff.
There we go. I ain't scared. I know your tricks now. Oh, you gave me hope and then you took it away.
And then it's paralyzed and can't do anything, which makes no sense to me.
I have more. Again.
This shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't be too paralyzed to move and break out of the ball on the same turn.
Such is Pokemon, I guess. Ah!
I guess if Pokemon can break out of balls while they're asleep, then I guess this makes sense too.
The biggest dick tickle of them all.
Or if they're frozen. Frozen is even worse.
I'm not even gonna say anything.
Hey, at least we get to listen to the great music.
It's certainly jingling and jangling.
Makes sense for a theme about treasures, treasure-like Pokemon.
Yeah!
Alright, that's 2 down. Pretty simple.
Very cool. This Pokemon can control 100 tons of fallen snow. It plays around innocently by leaping in and out of avalanches it has caused.
Oh, so it's just a troublemaker then.
It's a cat, essentially.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Into the box with ye.
Alright, so the next one, we're going to the southeast?
I would like to go to the northeast, actually.
Alright, so the last one for that looks like it's actually in the mountain range between Atticus and Grusha, so to the south edge of the ice mountain.
South edge. So this was the Poison Crew, so just about here.
Just in that mountain range is what it looks like.
Ah, cool. And we are right here. Please heal my Pokemon. Were you taunting that cat again? Yeah. At least they remember I'm a champion. That's nice.
There's also a special celebration that happens if you go to the Pokemon Center on your birthday. Be a cool thing to show off if we're still recording by that point.
It might be. I'm not entirely sure how long the DLC will last.
I am pretty sure we would be surprised to get 5 sessions out of it.
We'll see. Because I will want to, do a bit of exploring.
Well, sure, but I think even then, there's a ceiling here. I did the exact same thing.
I'm going the long way around.
Yeah, it's okay. I think you can get up from here now. Maybe.
Yeah, this is good.
Now, there was a thing that happened, I don't know if I mentioned this on screen, where I was climbing at one point, and I got to the top of the cavern I was at, and instead of just running into the ceiling, I jumped through the ceiling.
Huh.
And ended up going out of bounds, and that was actually in the cave west of Alfrenata, which is very high above sea level, so I fell about 1,000 feet down.
Yes, I think I've seen that clip, yeah. Hi guys. No shinies, don't care.
I think that little bit of grass just to your east right now is where the stake is. Just below you.
Oh yeah, there it is. Shusha! Whoa! You guys okay?
It's a group of Pyroar.
It is a pride. Hello! Why are you right by a whole pack of fire types? You know what? I have better things. Oh my god, why are you trapping me here?
Sneasel's really fast and Barry is really slow.
But it makes me stronger. Thank you.
Oh, and there's a gimme gold coin just over on that rock, too.
I saw it. In fact, I heard it.
I didn't hear it this time, actually.
When you pulled out the stake, it crumbled and vanished. You heard a mysterious cry coming from the shrine.
Okay, so this one is actually over near the fighting squad, where the waterfall is at in that area.
Ah, yes, I think I know exactly what you're referring to, because I've been there myself.
Ah, okay, good. Might be better to just quick travel over there.
You are absolutely right.
Had to make sure to pick up the heal ball first.
Yeah, I knew it was there. I need to get it. The fighting one is...
It's not on the map anymore, actually, but it's to the north.
Oh, yeah, it's just around here, isn't it? Have I not procced that yet? Huh.
Oh, I can see the marker. It doesn't have the type on it, but it's the star mark to the east of the Pokemon Center that's there.
Oh, it's there, yes. So, somewhere around here.
And the flying point that's right next to that base, either the Pokemon Center or the point that's at the bottom of the waterfall.
So I'll head west from here.
Yeah, mostly south, because it's going to be at the top of the mountain where the waterfall is. Make sure to heal first.
Good point.
Just to be sure. I think you took like 2 damage, but, you know, Barry's got to be in tip-top shape.
Indeedy, sir.
This one is actually inside a cave, so we can use Dusk Balls no matter what time of day it is.
Hell yeah, baby! God, there's a lot of these guys.
Yeah, head down to the body of water that's coming down from a waterfall and go up from there.
Fury Falls, one of the 10 sites of Paldea.
I've run into a couple of those, and I don't really understand the significance, because they're kind of just places.
They're fly points.
I guess so, yeah, that's true. Just up here on this mountain somewhere, I'm not sure I remember specifically where. Probably in this cave, right here.
Yeah, this seems a little bit sus. Oh my god, hello. I didn't realize I was going to have an audience.
That Houndour was gunning for you.
He saw me, he wanted me. Will you touch the shrine?
Alright, David Cage.
Emotion.
It's actually perfect for these Pokemon because they were formed by emotions.
Kabang.
He's a fish.
A little freak. Splashy.
So this one has a base special attack of 135 and lowers the special defense of everything on the field.
Interesting. Alright, well, first we start with a quick ball.
Hope we get lucky.
Nope. Let me guess. Dark and Fire?
It is Dark and Fire, yes. Despite being a fish, it has nothing to do with water.
I guess that's just the form it chose to take.
It is formed from beads. Okay, so that's really unfortunate. When it's bounced, you can't do anything to it.
I guess I'll just friggin' wait then.
You can't even throw Pokeballs.
Yeah, good job.
I was going to say hyper voice, because muddy water is probably too much.
Uh-huh.
Please stop.
Well, whatever. Why you're doing that? Beat dropped.
Oh, yeah.
Good for you, man. I can't even see it anymore.
If Tinkaton ever gets a male form, I want to name it Mike Wazowski.
And again.
We're in crit range, but you need one more hit to get into the red. I might change to false swipe now.
Yeah, good point. This is why we bring a team of 6 Pokemon for choices.
I brought in my Gallade that had false swipe and hypnosis, and the 3 that we've done so far were actually extremely easy, and the 4th one was not.
Now I'm confused, damn it.
And your attack is doubled, which is helpful in and of itself because that means false swipe will do more damage. But still not kill as long as it's not already at 1 HP.
Perfect.
Dusk Ball, go now.
Indeedy so.
I didn't talk about Chien Pao, but Chiyu here was, like I said, formed from the beads, which were actually known as Magatama, comma-shaped beads made of jade that served as ceremonial and religious objects.
I've played Ace Attorney, I know what a Magatama is. False swipe, I guess.
No. If you end up attacking it, would end up killing it.
I can't do anything else, Spar.
I guess that's true. You could use items.
I don't want to use items, though.
You could heal the confusion.
You always come up with the correct thing in the most aggravating way. Ah!
I've got to be right sometimes.
I'm already confused and powerful, stop it.
One of the legendaries in Kitakami also has swagger, and was also very annoying for the same reason.
Nice.
Good, I'm glad I don't have to read any more of this wiki page.
It controls flames burning at over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. It casually swims through the sea of lava it creates by melting rock and sand.
I will say this much because this is moderately interesting. It's the only fire-type Pokemon with fins.
Huh. I guess that would make sense.
Because there's no fire fish so far.
Hello.
Please let us out of here.
Goodbye. Did they even know what was behind that door?
I feel like if they did, they probably would have just left it alone.
But when have Pokemon ever been logical? A quick heal, and then we're on to the next one, Spur.
The last one at that.
Uh-huh. Now, are we including a certain other Pokemon in Area 0 here, or will that be saved for the DLC?
I will save that for the DLC because we have to go back to Area 0 during the DLC anyway, and you're going to be running right by it.
Okay.
So I would just get it then, which is what I did.
And we'll read the journals on the way down, don't worry. I just blinded them for some reason.
I didn't even know they were there, so I couldn't have directed you to them. So we're heading into the southeast now.
We are in the southeast.
Okay, I'm just looking at the map, seeing if I can find the right spot for where this thing is at. I think it is at the southern tip of the southeast area, just near that Steel-type raid.
Just here?
Yes, just around there.
Okay.
It's actually pretty close to where the shrine for this one is, so we're going to make up for Chien Pao by just going right to the shrine afterwards.
God bless. It was just like a cat to get your attention and then fuck off to the farthest place imaginable.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That happened to one of my kittens recently, and that was 24 hours of worry, and then he just comes back like nothing happened.
Oh, yes. Well, we don't let our cats out. Well, our cat, we only have one cat, but we don't let Precious out because she's never been outside. She's been domesticated as long as we've had her. But also, we live back in the woods, so that just wouldn't be good to begin with.
True, true.
Lots of predators. There's a lot of deer that run through the backyard. There's a deer that ran through during the Sea of Stars stream just a couple days ago.
Nice. Probably around here somewhere.
I think we can actually see the shrine from the top of the rocks you were just... Yeah, it's right there. That's the shrine.
There it is.
And we'll be back for you in just a second. This one's kind of out in the open. It's like the most out in the open of all of them, I think.
They just didn't try with this one. Like, dude, this is the last one. There's been like fucking, what, 8, 16, 24...
The stake is a little bit to the east from here, near a small lake.
This is a small lake.
To the east from here, though. It's on the other side of that rock formation. On the other side of the mountain from where the shrine is.
On the other side of the mountain. Good. Really?
I hate these things so much, they're so tiny.
Get ye gone.
It wouldn't be so bad if the draw distance didn't make them pop up literally as you were hitting them.
I know, Spar, I know. So just over here?
Yes, it should be just near here, if I'm looking correctly at the map. Assuming that you grabbed the right ones on the therapy page.
I made sure to leave the last one for each, so we know what we're going after.
Okay, turn your camera around 180 degrees.
Okay.
Should be just on the top of that hill right there. I think I can see the glow of it.
I saw a little bit of a tinge.
There it be.
Yeah. You know the drill by now.
This is the annoying one because this one has either Mega Drain or Giga Drain, but either way it heals.
Well, go with like steel or something then, I guess.
Yeah. Dragon will resist it just fine.
True that, Spar.
Be sure to save again.
I don't think my sandwich has worn off yet.
It would have worn off because you reset the game, unfortunately.
Ah, true. Well, whatever. We've been doing just fine without it.
Yeah, it's fine. It's nighttime, so Dusk Ball go.
Better than Ultra Ball, which is weird.
Yeah, of course. Ultra Ball is only 2 times. I think Dusk Ball is 3 times in this generation. Let me go check that real quick.
Kabang. Oh, no! Scribe. I don't like it. Reminds me of one of these things in Doctor Who in the episode Dot and Bubble.
So when Dusk Ball was first added from Generation 4 to 6, it had a 3.5 catch rate modifier, and everything after that, it looks like it went down to 3 times catch rate modifier.
Right.
And Ultra Ball is only 2, so it's better than Ultra Ball.
So what can you tell me about this fellow here? What can you tell me about Wo Xian?
Wo Xian is actually held in the tablets that are surrounding its little hump back there. Is the thing that actually holds the Pokemon in it. It is the highest base special defense of all Dark-type and Grass-type Pokemon, which is true for a lot of them. They have the highest base stat for a lot of the Pokemon of the types they have. This one, the bad emotions that actually ended up creating this Pokemon were actually formed by a specific person, the scribe that was writing on the tablet, as opposed to the others which were formed from the bad emotions of humanity in general. So this one is unique in that aspect.
I'm always getting blamed for these legendaries coming into being. It's not my fault, alright? Whatever.
Oh, its name is also a reference to the word snail and the word for bamboo slips, which is basically the tablets that they would have been writing on. So it's basically snail tablet.
Alright, so it's in the red now and we're good to go.
You could throw another false swipe if you wanted to get it down to 1, but I don't know how beneficial it is. Alright, sure. Just make me look like a fucking idiot by making this the easiest one. God fucking damn it. I'm gonna make that the short for this part.
Yeah. The grudge of a person punished for writing the king's evil deeds upon one tablet has clad itself in dead leaves to become a Pokémon.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well at least that one was easy.
I drew dick butt 1,000 times and I don't know, a fart came to life and took the things and became a Pokémon.
I love that it turned out that way. That's why it's great to do this kind of stuff live. You wouldn't get that at a post-commentary.
No, you wouldn't.
Alright, well that's all 4 of the Ruined Treasure Legendaries.
It sure is, Spawn. Let's go ahead and get the rewards for that.
Unfortunately, there's not really that much of a climactic ending to it. It's just those 4 and you're done. There's no finale.
Indeed so. Well, I guess that teacher's going to be surprised when we actually do her social link, quote unquote.
I think you might be required to have at least one of them in order to get the final one, so hey, it's good that we did this first.
Hey, have you heard about the Treasures of Ruin? You mean these Treasures of Ruin?
Obama chuckled.
You mean the Chaos Pokemon?
Alright, I guess we're heading back to the school now.
Yep, it is time to get to learning. It is time to do the rest of the classes. All in a row, back to back. Buckle in, it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
I feel bad for Tom's throat already.
What a way to end a part.